right, good. We're recording. Okay, and you got a screen. Cool. So, first order of business, let's take a look at the news calendar and see what speed bumps we have along the way today. Already had some stuff earlier at 8:30. Not seeing anything here. Oh, that's nice. There's nothing on the calendar. Did anyone hear about some sort of press conference or meeting or something at 10 today?
Yeah, I heard something at 10, I think.
Yeah. What is that? Anyone up to date on that?
I'm looking. I saw it somewhere.
All right. What do we got here? I got levels. Oh, these levels are all a mess. Right. Everything. There we go. Today's levels. Whoa, it's wide. What happened? Everything jumped, huh? Very interesting.
Avi, I think the first trade deal is going to be announced with the UK.
Oh no, more trouble.
Yeah, I just saw that. It's been announced a major quote-unquote trade deal.
So it's been decided it's just the announcement that's coming in. Okay.
That's how it looks.
I wonder if that's priced in. Well, it looks like it is priced in. You got a big jump here. But okay, so that's at 10 o'clock, right? Not yet, 10 a.m. Okay, yeah, thanks. Abhishek, John. Cool. Okay, so 10 o'clock. We have 30 minutes. Well, 5 minutes going towards 10 o'clock. I don't want to be in a position 5 or 10 minutes before that. But, all right, let's see. So zooming out a little bit, we have a great big consolidation, massive zone, breakout. I'm seeing a retest here. This price action isn't messy. It's okay. Just recently. You can see a top there. Got really messy earlier. So you're right in the middle of this large zone today. I'm going to put a line there. This green line you can see here where it was firm resistance, previously was firm support, took a bit to break out of that. So this area, 566.60, I think is going to be interesting in here. And yeah, but it's not a place I will start a new trade. It's a place where I will de-risk an existing trade if I'm going long down here, going upwards. So I got to keep an eye on that zone. It's going to be difficult to catch an entry down here at the open. If it comes and bounces again, those candles tend to be really jumpy and really big. So it's hard to put on a real good size. But let's see, I think it's a valid opportunity. We'll have to watch the price action, see what happens. Yeah, zoom out a bit on this one. Okay, yeah, there's a big jump at 4 a.m. straight away. It's interesting. Got an interesting kind of double bottom here. It's not clean, but it's there. All bullish. So I'll be looking for an entry down here. Let's see if we can get that. But as we approach 10 a.m., I don't want to be into anything. So if we don't get it early, as in within the first 10 minutes or 15 minutes, it's going to be difficult to take it. And anyways, I'm going to sit out the first 3 or 4 minutes, maybe 5. See how the price action behaves. What else we got, Raf? You're watching NVIDIA and PLTR again. Yeah. Look at these. NVIDIA, let's get rid of this. New lines. Oh, we got a big jump. All right. You guys like momentum? NVIDIA's in play today. PLTR, same idea. Actually, PLTR is interesting. See the previous day's high, you even have the Fibonacci level there. That's a very convincing point for me for it broke out of the previous day's high and bounce off of there and go. We also have pre-market where it's consolidating, so breakout to the upside is very valid. I'd be a little careful going long off of previous day's high just because of getting into this. But again, at the open, things can just blast right through it. Anyways, lots of volatility expected today on PLTR. Tesla looks the same. Cool. All right. Anyways, I'm just watching the SPY and see if it provides that. This is good. Normally the 8 a.m. Area on the 30-minute chart is very choppy, but this one today is not. It's pretty clean. Goes up, it comes down, and finds buyers down there. I mean, there's nothing really wrong with this. You zoom out a little bit, you can see the big area of consolidation and the breakout, the retest. It's all happening. And you see the breakout went only so far, which was basically the high of a few days ago. The retest, you anticipate that it goes further, but it's going to be hard to manage. What's interesting is here's an opportunity for a breakout, and then another one even out here, an opportunity for a breakout. So two places where I could put on risk, looking at longs. Very difficult to look at shorts in this position. So just long for today, for now at least. Cool. All right. Well, what else is on your minds? We have about 6 minutes to the open. And webinar. Sorry, NVIDIA? Google. Oh gosh, you guys are messing with Google, huh? What's the new lines on this? Yeah, big crash yesterday. Good looking double bottom, gap up. Yeah, just a breakout to the upside. I see this as a reversal. You had the big move down with the big catalyst and all that, then a good reversal pattern down here, and then a bit of an ABCD pattern really going up. So I would look at a breakout up here. That would make a lot of sense. A breakdown there is also valid, but I don't think so much because you see in the consolidation how it's bumping its head up at the top a lot. I'd like to see it going up. Be careful, these levels are so close together. You don't expect Google to make such a big move as it did yesterday, but these levels are pretty tight.
Yeah, it looks like the market is bullish today. Till the announcement, we'll see what happens.
How many times have we been fooled, huh? We wake up, everyone's excited. What do you know? Everyone blew up their accounts going long. I've seen that 100 times, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry, what announcement is there today? Jobless claims?
Something about the UK and Trump getting in bed together or something. I don't even know.
Okay.
Something
Nice shirt, Avi.
Thank you.
Well,
Figured it's time to change the dress code in this room, huh?
Yeah, I'm a little jelly.
Got to get out of bed, get fresh, get dressed, and go to work. It's not just wandering around in your house in your pajamas and day trading. So dress with intent.
I think we found the title for today's session.
Oh no, here we go. What you got?
I mean, you said it. Trump and UK sleep together.
Brilliant. Write that down. Put that in our channel. Write it down. Yeah, Gaten, go ahead.
Hi, Avi. I wanted to ask if you could take a look at NVIDIA because it's consolidating at the low of the 8 a.m. candle, and I was wondering if you would have a short opportunity, would you not take it at all, or would you be very cautious at the high of yesterday, for example, because it's pretty close?
Yeah, it's tricky. So what you have is the high of yesterday, consolidation, and a breakout from that high of yesterday, basically the gap up. I'd be careful going short. The consolidation is very valid for a breakdown through here. You can take that breakdown, de-risk it as it gets into this area, and maybe add more back on if you want to continue that move going down.
Okay.
I'd be careful though.
Okay.
Look for more of a momentum strategy on this gapping stuff like this, where you're just going for big ORBs, 1 minute ORBs, the typical morning trades. Again, not stuff that I normally do these days. I think that's more valid. You could also have one where it comes and it bounces off of previous day's high, which is very valid. Then you get that big shoot up. That would be the fallen angel strategy.
Okay.
Very valid. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. Let's put the line there. Previous day's high. That's very much in play. Cool. So Trump and the EU, what are they doing? Make an alliance and go fight with China? Put tariffs on together, and now they all have to make their own iPhones. You guys in North America are all screwed, by the way. All of you. What are you doing there? I hope things don't go bad, but you know, I don't know what's going on. All right, we got a couple of minutes to go.
Yeah,
Can we-
I thank Americans every day for the stock market, so they can get screwed up as much as they want. We got the stock market.
That's right. Thank you. That's a good point. As long as they don't shut this down, we're good. And you know what? They can't shut this down. This is their big money laundering service. So we might as well take advantage of it a little bit where we can. Yeah. Fun.
Was it Gayton who was saying something about a short on NVIDIA today?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I'd be careful. I don't think the short's in anyone's mind right now. Maybe it might just drop down and gain some, like anyone who went in yesterday or big players might just be taking some profits. And then you might have day traders and other big money coming in to buy the stock back up to maybe 120-ish plus. So I'd just be careful on a short there.
Yeah, I agree. That fallen angel strategy is very much in play, and that's an opening volatility play, which NVIDIA looks really good for today. So, anyways, don't get too excited today, guys. Just because we have a big gap up doesn't mean off we go. Watch that volatility at the open. It's gonna be a little jumpy, I expect. I mean, I'm trying to get a long down here on the SPY, but I don't see that happening in the first couple of minutes because it's probably gonna jump around a lot. As long as it's jumpy, I'm not going to put risk on. In that case, just wait for 30 minutes. Let's see. Anyways, here we go, guys. About 15 seconds to go. Keep your shit together, and you'll be okay. All right, let's watch this. Would be, oh, I forgot to load up the contract if I'm going to take it. 565. Where is it? There we go, straight down. See how jumpy that is? That's just avoid the first few minutes. There it is. 565 contracts. There we go. There you
Tesla
go.
just exploded. Like,
Yeah. PLTR looks good to go as well, straight up. Tesla. Wow, look at that. So the SPY already has bounced off of where I want to catch it down here, but can't trust anything. There you go, Tesla. Big boom up. PLTR, big boom up. NVIDIA doing the short. Oh, watch it, watch it, watch it. Very careful with that. There goes the SPY. Yeah, that's a neat setup on the SPY. You can see that consolidation, big consolidation, really. Breakout, bounce off. Bounce off is happening again now, but this is so early. It's too difficult to catch. Watch NVIDIA now, guys. There's that fallen angel stuff coming into play. Let's see. 117.70 is where I'd be careful with it. Ooh, Tesla. We call Tesla. It was the perfect breakout. But again, impossible to catch. I used to catch stuff like this when I was younger. You guys who are still very brave can go into this stuff. PLTR is almost identical. Okay, here we go on the SPY. Let's see if we get that momentum trade, that bounce again. Might get into this. Has to be a very wide stop. That's what makes it difficult. RVR isn't even that great with de-risking point for now. For now, I'm not genuinely waiting for candlestick patterns. I'm watching the momentum. There it goes, straight at the level. And are we going down or are we going up? I'm ready for the long. I'm not interested in the short. Yeah, I'm not interested in the short for sure. This could be a good place to enter. But where's the stop? I don't know where to put the stop yet. The candle hasn't given me a firm place where the buyers are taking over. Oh, there we go. Okay, I got it now. Was it 564.70? I've got a few contracts in here. I want to scale them more if it really pops. And this thing likes to pop. Right, that's about as much size as I can put on for now. Basically a new low one, 564.70. I'll be out of there. Oh, that's me. I'm out of there. Okay. Nope, not worth it. Wait for the buyers to truly come into this. That was quick. Oh, here we go. Still waiting on the same contract. Good little hammer. Ooh, I like this. Okay, I'm trying to get in again. Gotta go a little smaller on this one. I don't have an entry as tight as I'd like. Stop is a little lower as well. There's a bit more risk on this one. No, out of there. Oh, get out of it. Okay, forget it. These buyers are not truly taking over right now. 2 attempts. Let it go. That's the thing about the open, huh? It's jumpy. Let's see. Yeah, this candle's going to close indecisive, it looks like. There we go. So down and indecisive. Oh, man. So what you have when you have indecision is you want a decision to be made. Now, how do you identify that? Basically a new high or new low, but at that point, it's very difficult here. See, that's still indecision. This candle's going nowhere. Let it sit. This candle looks like it's more indecision, so it's not worth playing with it. Let's see, higher lows would be really good, but I need that a little consistently. Ooh, look at that jumpiness, holy crap. It's just so volatile. It's great when you catch it, but it's so hard to catch. So there's 2 indecision candles. We're getting a new high. There you go. Okay, third attempt on this one. This one rock. Yeah, this is finally the bullish activity. And I have to be careful. These things go fast. They go fast in both directions. Again, the stop is down here at these lows. Trying to go in with the bullish momentum. That's the whole thinking here. 0 DTE, man, it's just at the strike. This is really tricky. It's not really in the money or out the money. I've taken it. By the time I entered, it's just basically at the money, which makes it very tricky. I was trying to catch it in the money. Oh, sorry, trying to catch it out of the money to catch momentum, but not to be. Which direction do you want to go? Come on, make your mind up. Again, the good news here is that I don't have an idea to go long and short at the same time at the same level. My only thesis is a long here, and that's it. If I was trying to go both directions, I'd have been 10 trades by now and chopped up completely. So that's one thing, again, I keep repeating it. You got to be careful when you're using levels. Make sure you know which direction you want to go with and stay focused on that.
Hi, Avi. When you enter, where did you see the bullish momentum?
I'm watching the red line move. Watch it move right now. It's going a little down, a little up, a little down, a little up. I'm watching this pattern with price action.
You mean on the 1 minute or on the 30 minute?
1 minute, yeah, just the 1
Yeah,
minute.
yeah. So I was wondering when you entered. I was
Entered-
wondering. You said we're gonna catch the bullish momentum. I don't see where I don't know how you saw the bullish momentum, because that was like the wording.
There's some bullish momentum right now. I added a little bit more on this one. See, this candle went down and pushed back up pretty quickly and aggressively with a higher low. Just now, as we're talking. That's what I'm watching. As the momentum comes, I'm going in with it. There we go. There's a bit more push. Oops, not. Oh man, what have I done? I got out of that position. Yeah, I hit the wrong button. Where was I? About 600 contracts. I don't even know. Okay, I hit the wrong button. Anyways, yeah, back into it. There we go.
Actually, I was talking about the last red candle, the one that comes right before the what one.
Just because it's red doesn't mean there's no bullish momentum on it. Again, this is the open. Things jump so fast. I'm in on this. This time I'm actually a pretty good size. I want to scale up further. There was momentum, but it's really messy and tricky. Okay, there it is. There, it's not bullish anymore. I'm out of it. Forget it. So you see these white candles? What happened with them is they went down and they pushed up, especially this most previous one. It went down and pushed up aggressively. So I'm working with these these higher lows. That's what's important. And during the candle, as it's pushing up, I'm observing it. It's like watching a football game. You can see who has momentum, the defense or offense. So I'm really watching that. In this case, it was going in that way. It looked like it could have easily gone, but clearly suddenly it got taken over by the bearish side. And that's when, as soon as I identify it, I'm out. So I do have a stop in mind, but if I identify momentum is in the wrong direction, I'm out of there. I have one hotkey error as well to get out of that. Oh, well. Okay, that was worth a try. You can see the RVR entering here and here.
The trick I understand is like when you said it was you talked about a bullish momentum, the candle were still red. That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, so it's red and it's going up. When it's going up, what is that? That's bulls, right?
Mm-hmm. But you know, good.
Be careful with that, though. I mean, you got to get, I think you need like 10,000 hours of screen time before you start doing stuff like that. I used to do this stuff. Like, this was my only trade book 3 years ago, just watching the momentum and going with it. The best way, I think, to get this in is screen time. Again, lots of hours in the replay mode in Trading Terminal. Use that hours and hours a day. You don't have to wait for the market to open. You can just get right into it. You do it for hours every day. You get lots of experience that way. So do that, and then you get a real good feel for momentum. Again, you're really just focused on your primary indicator, which is a red line, not so much the shape of the candles and all that. You're watching that red line in your zone. For me, the zone is the horizontal level. And I'm watching what is truly happening there. There's other ways to watch it. You can watch the tape, you can watch the bubble charts, book map, all that stuff. But I'm watching sticks.
But at that stage, from my point of view, that would have been like a safe place to enter in. But anyway,
no, this is all momentum stuff. This is I think the hardest kind of trading there is. So take it easy with this. If you want to learn momentum stuff, go very slow. But I don't recommend it. I recommend just watching candlesticks. It's so much easier. This is just that I saw a big opportunity to get in. If this would have been great. So I gave myself 3 opportunities to get in. As 3 moments I identified the bulls taking over. And so I got into that, but no, not everything works. And you go small with your sizes. At the open, you go small. You gotta go small. You just cannot, put on full risk because these things just push around. It'll just push you around all over the place.
Just have to be in a place where you can afford to lose $27,000.
That's half an hour, really. So I took 4 trades and I lost half an hour. Isn't that great? You should be down 4 hours typically. So no big deal. And half of one trade will make that up in 30 seconds. But again, it's all based on your account and all that stuff. That's different. Just make sure you don't blow up. That's the priority. As long as you don't blow up, you're okay. So I'm still only looking at the bullish opportunity at this level, nothing else. We are getting closer to 10 o'clock. So the closer we get to that, the less likely I am to enter. Where are we now? 9:41. There you go. You see bullish momentum now? Things pushing up for the last 60 seconds. But you can see right up here, this is a troublesome zone.
Yes.
See that there's resistance right there. So breakthrough of 565 would be very interesting. The stop has to be wide though. I mean, it's a good breakout area. Should take the same contract at 565. Makes sense. Really have to break this zone. Otherwise, that there's serious bears just sitting here. 565.13, just pushing it down. So I'm not going to go long below that. Let the bulls convince me that they've taken over. And even then, it'll be a tight stop.
But as soon as it reached that level, you will enter in.
No, not as soon as it reaches the level. As soon as it behaves the way I like it to behave at the level. That's what's more important. So come on, where's it going? The thing about momentum, what's nice about it is you identify it, you get in, and as you get more momentum, you add more. You can really scale into these, and then the moment you identify it's not there, you hit the exit button. And wherever that happens to be, break even or profit or loss, whatever, you're just paying attention to momentum, nothing else. And right now, I see stagnation. I don't see any momentum anymore. Saw that earlier. And now you can see it's getting stuck right around at this area, at this level. All right, probably gonna sit out of it for a bit now. We got about 15 minutes to the news. Probably not worth getting into anything. Anyways, so that was that. A couple of attempts that were worth it. The RVR was very good. Get these entries at the tight stop, scale in, and boom, straight up. That would have been excellent. This is how you make those 10-to-1 kind of trades, tight stops. It's worth giving yourself a chance. Get a good entry, give yourself a chance. See the bulls again, trying to get there. At this point, I mean, anything could happen with the news coming out. Don't really know. What'd y'all do? Sorry, I was busy with that. Anyone get into anything? Amazon, breakout patterns, PLTR, AMD. Oh, you guys are all over the place. PLTR, oh, look at that. Whoa. That was brilliant. Straight up, again, it's been doing this every day. What the hell? That's great. You're done for the day, man. We're done for the month with one trade like that. Huh. Straight up. Tesla as well. You guys got Tesla. Oh, yeah, Tesla as well. Look at that. Straight up. Yeah, that breakout early on was interesting. If you can catch it. Again, all that bullish momentum there and just go with it. Watching your risk, of course. Very good. Good stuff. And when you got Tesla at 280, oh wow. Right at the open. Straight up. Good stuff. Satch, we got AMD. What's AMD into? Let's see. Oh yeah, good clean price action. Look at that. You guys are catching all the clean stuff. PLTR, AMD, Tesla, all of it. Fantastic. Meanwhile, I'm stuck with the SPY and it's been choppy every day this week. That's all right. We'll wait and see. Yeah, it doesn't want to go anywhere for now. Things look a bit stagnant to me. Everything in the last 3 minutes. Even though we've had really good runs, especially on PLTR. Oh, there we go. Now PLTR new high. There we go. Oh. Nice catch, guys. Breakouts. Wait. Yeah. I expect things to get really messy with this news coming out. Well, definitely on the SPY, but possibly on the other stuff too. So there was nothing here on trading terminal, really. It was 10 a.m., 10:30. Yeah, nothing there on trading terminal. It's just a press conference or something. Oh, and that's going to be slow. They're going to announce it, so they get on stage, they'll be delayed. And they'll fix the microphone, they'll do all that garbage. So it's going to be slow. It's not going to be exactly at 10 o'clock that we might see things jump. But it'll be entertaining. Oh, there we go. Another breakout to the downside on the SPY. Still not a new low. Still very difficult though, very complicated price action. Yeah, 563 looks like a troublesome area on the SPY. Again, halfway in the range. See there, the wick. Got messy, get the wicks here. 563. Yeah, let's watch that. Put a line at 563 on the SPY, an area of chop if it gets there. Dan, yeah, so that news at 10, you can see the impact is low, so I just ignore it. I'm not paying attention to it. If it doesn't have an impact, it's not worth it. Just trade the price action, you'll be all right. There we go, new low on the SPY. Now it looks like it consolidated and broke down, all right. Let's see, it's getting to previous day's high. What does it do there? Decent setup for a short, but again, very tricky and not my 30-minute setup. I struggle to see this as a consolidation to go down. Anyways, it's going. There we go, everything going the other way now. PLTR, AMD, Tesla. Let's see. What happened to NVIDIA? That was the interesting one, right? Yeah, oh yeah, went straight down. Again, very tricky on NVIDIA. Huh? Guys, look at this. I mean, we were talking about this before. 30-minute chart, NVIDIA, yeah, setting up for a breakdown, but tricky to see the breakdown. You anticipate at previous day's high, it'd get very messy if you're taking that short. And sure enough, it gets there, and yeah, try and survive this, huh? Oof. Very complicated.
It is interesting not to be biased because NVIDIA, there were some news about cheap announcement by US president, and the book map was heavily bullish, but it went the other way. It's just stay away from this. It seems that because it has some $4 move at the market close yesterday, if you look at it from 113 to 117, maybe the bag holders wants to sell it, but it's critical not to be biased.
Yeah, critical not to be biased, and that's one reason I don't like level 2, because I used to always get biases on that. I used to have even change my targets while I'm in a trade because of the level 2. It would be so confusing. So I stopped using it. I just can't use it properly, basically. So if it's confusing you, then that's one indicator to remove. That's the last thing you want is confusion. You want absolute clarity when you're trading. You don't want anything that's screwing with your head. Really, you don't want it. Like, I'll show you something here even. Like what I was attempting to do earlier on the SPY. My whole trade plan was a bounce off of this burgundy line down here. To me, that's a breakout and a retest, bounce off. And so I was absolutely clear about it. Every time I saw it bounce that area with buyers stepping up, that's when I was trying to get involved. And the moment those buyers weren't there, it hit a level to my eyes where the buyers are no longer in charge, that I'm getting out. And to me, that's absolute clarity. There's no messing around with this. There's no, oh, let me flip because now I think maybe the bears are taking over because I saw something on the level 2. There's orders further down. No, you need just simple clarity, and you just stick to that, and you execute according to that, and you'll be okay no matter what. You'll have your losers and you'll have your big winners, and it won't be a big deal. But yeah, the moment you have something, whatever it is on your charts that's confusing you, whether it's volume or moving average or the level 2 or the tape or whatever it is, that's the stuff to get rid of. For me, that's basically everything except candlesticks. Candlesticks are the only thing that are absolutely clear to my eyes. So I think of trading that way, and I think you'll be better off. And things become a lot easier when you do it that way. You look at it down here, even you can see the consolidation areas. It's bouncing off of kind of previous day's high. Yeah, previous day's high on the SPY, which is again a good little trade book. But for me, I do not enter when it's not in the zone of my levels. So I'm not an enter here. I'll enter only up here. And if it gets there, then I'll see what do these patterns look like. Is it still a valid bullish setup? Or now do I have to think, is it a bear setup? I have to make that decision first on a 30-minute, and then I can look at the 1 minute, and then see if there's an opportunity. So, and the simple saying is, if you don't stand for one thing, you'll fall for everything. In day trading, that means you'll end up overtrading. And overtrading is not this. This is just attempting one trade, giving yourself a few opportunities to get in. Overtrading is when you're going long and short every time. You're just chasing the damn thing around. That's overtrading, and that's a problem. Here we go. We got, what, 7 minutes to the news?
I use volume on level 2 on Bookmap, I guess, as a secondary indicator. When it was, for me, it used to be primary. So now I switch. I have the strategy, the price action, and then as a secondary, if it's the level 2 or the volume, is just you helping it. But I was trading the other way, and it was confusing for me.
Mm-hmm. There you go. That's good. You're very aware of what is going on in the back of your mind. And that's a hard thing to be aware of. Like, what are your subconscious triggers, or what's triggering you subconsciously? You know, where at the level 2 of Bookmap, all that was confusing you, and so you flipped it around. That's good. That's great to be aware. Then you can make clear decisions. And then, you know, you just keep evolving that. You might get to a point where you remove the level 2 completely, or the volume, whatever it may be. You know, it depends on how you perceive things.
True.
But I think that clarity is so critical. Oh my gosh, I can't tell you. Forget about strategy, man. Strategy is the easy part. Clarity in your mind and your subconscious, that's the hard stuff. And that takes a while, reprogramming your own back end of your mind. What would be very entertaining here on the SPY is if that news comes out and it just jumps off of previous day's high, just straight jump, straight up. In which case, if that truly is momentum and I find it going through my area, bouncing off it even, that might be the long opportunity. Again, that's a momentum play, in which case I would be at 566 contracts. I still won't take it short anywhere. I don't trust it. My only idea is for a long. Of course, the pattern will be broken when the news comes. At that point, I'm only watching momentum, and I'm only watching it in one specific direction. So you get 566 out of the money if it's there. So going $1 on the SPY, it will happen in 30 seconds with the big wild news that we're expecting. But let's say the news might be priced in already. I have no idea. And when doing stuff like this, you want to go even smaller with your size, because the whips are bigger. You know, the moves are, candlesticks are more jumpy. But let's see. So that's one scenario. If that happens, if I'm able to identify it quickly enough, I'll take a position. Otherwise, just let it be. NVIDIA is interesting, bouncing right off the level. So precise. We got here, Dan, you're saying PLTR 116.18 in resistance. All right, yeah, right about that area. I got a level in that zone as well. It's right there right now. This thing is just super strong, though. PLTR is like Tesla was 5 years ago, or 4 years ago. Just buy it every time it goes. Nothing ever stopped it. He's saying, Shane, if the market makers can't fill orders on NVIDIA, they will have to go lower. Yeah. So far, they look like they're about as low as they want to go. 116.50-ish, that's the level. And now it's all the way up again. NVIDIA is very curious price action. I want to be careful with it.
Nvidia is slowly grinding up, but
Mhm. Careful with this. Careful with this. We got 2 minutes to the news, 2.5 minutes. I mean, if I'm just trading Nvidia, I wouldn't care about the news, but since I'm looking at the SPY, that's I'm very aware of the news. Raf, you're done? PLTR, one and done? Nice. Now, don't get overexcited with the news, Raf. It'll sucker you into something. It always does that. Suckers all of us in. We start chasing trades. If you got it, you got your targets, your goals, however you measure that, then all right, good. Nvidia, wow, that fallen angel pattern. Maybe I should start putting that in my trade book again, but only off of serious levels. We're seeing a lot of those lately. Yeah, levels and candles. There you go, Raf. That's what it's all about. Levels and candles, and then keep your shit together, basically. And I love these little emojis at the bottom. I just discovered them last week. One of you guys showed them to me. Oh, look at that. Just keep pressing them all day. It's pretty cool. Be careful not to hit the wrong button again. I already did that once today. All right, here comes the news. Hopefully it's on time. They don't make us wait. That'd be nice. All right, let's see. 10 a.m. What happens? Nothing. Nothing yet. Here you go. A little bit of activity. It's getting bigger. Once again, I'm just watching the red line. You want to watch momentum, watch the red line. That's the most important indicator on your chart for a momentum trader. Learned that from Andrew. He talks about that all the time. Everything else is just on the chart, but that red line is what you're really watching as a momentum trader. Right, what do we have? Bounce off of previous day's high. I mean, I used to take this all the time. This would be so good. It's just not in my trade book right now. Yeah, nothing really unusual yet, huh? So be careful with the momentum. So far, it hasn't put in the momentum I'm looking at. So I may need to go back to in the money kind of contract if I'm going to take this. All right, let's see. We're here now. Projecting the level. Got these big sellers up here. I'm going to put a line up there just to be careful of it, so I know that this zone is tricky. You might be able to see a descending wedge and break down and retest and go, but I struggle to trust that. I'm zooming out a little bit. I'm seeing a bigger picture consolidation and a big push breakout through there. Still don't see the short in this. Not in a way I could trust, at least. So I guess Trump and the Prime Minister of the UK are still in bed, huh? They gotta get their butts up and make something of this. Otherwise, it's just a waste of our time. Damn politicians don't even know what they're doing in the bedroom. All kinds of deals, huh? On a 1 minute perspective, this pie chart looks like a good short. Get the ORB breakout. Now the retest is happening. Off you go short. But I'm not going to touch it in that direction. Not yet. Be careful if I want to. See these consolidation, breakout, retest. This breakout candle happened, of course, after the open. Before that happened, I was thinking that's just a retest and go for the long breakout. On a smaller perspective, it's really looking good for a short. I'm not ready to change my mind just yet. I'd rather sit out. If it's going short, let it go. The long idea is still in my head. PLTR refuses to sell off. It's just so strong. It'll sit there while the whole market sells off. All right, no momentum, no nothing at all yet. Just gotta wait and see. Is there anything else on the calendar? I don't think I saw anything today. Nothing at all.
Hey, Avi.
Mhm.
Since we're not trading at the moment, could you maybe dive in a little bit to how you became so resilient in terms of seeing, your account being negative? I know to you, you look at it, it's just a number, but not a lot of people get to that stage, and it didn't take you. It didn't happen overnight. So, how is it that you're so calm, even when you see your account negative an X amount of dollars like this?
Yeah, that's a good one. Well, one thing, the easy thing to understand is think of things in percentages, not an absolute dollar value. That makes sense. So if you're looking at it's only 1% or it's only 3% of the account, not even of your net worth, it really doesn't impact anything with the way you exist. So that's one thing, percentages. If you can do that, then what you're looking at is always the same number. It's just a percentage number. It's always the same. It's always 1%, 2%. It's never $2,000 or $20,000. Those are big differences. But percentage-wise, it's the same number. It's 2% or 1%. So I think that's one thing to get your head wrapped around is really try to think in percentages. So that's the easy part. The other side of it, I think there's two levels to it. One is, as far as day trading is concerned, I made a lot of losses early on in the first 2-3 years. Unsustainable losses. I was wiped out basically, and I couldn't trade. I had to go and build up an account again. So, whatever those numbers were actually is not truly relevant. What's relevant is that getting wiped out sucked. That hurt. That really hurt. So that's a matter of pain. And I think I put it in one of our channels a few days ago. Pain is a really good teacher. Once you go into a lot of pain, you never want to go there again. So you do everything you can never to go there again. So you can, you work with your account and you decide how much you're allowed to lose per trade, risk per trade, 1R. And you stick to that. And you can take 10 trades and lose 1R, and that's okay. As long as you're taking your trades, you're not chasing the market. Like, for example, if I went short here on the SPY, that's not my trade. I could have made, $100,000 on this in the last 5 minutes, but that would be a bad habit. That would be dirty money, basically. But, I think it comes to pain. And you've been through so much pain that going down 2-3 trades and early on is no big deal, because you've seen worse. You've seen much worse. Now that's just in day trading. So again, perspective on pain, right? You've had a lot of pain, so a little pain doesn't hurt. Basically, your pain threshold has increased. And one other thing, which I think is even more complicated, and not something I wish upon anyone, is just other complications in life that were a hell of a lot more painful than any amount of money could ever be, with the children and the divorce, all that stuff that I had a few years ago. I've never been in the dumps like that. So that was probably the most horrendous period of my life. Again, pain perspective, right? Once you've gone through that, this is day trading is just not so complicated anymore. It's all relevant, really. So that's a matter of increasing your pain threshold by going into deeper and deeper levels of pain, really. One of them I was forced into, I would say the marriage thing and the kids thing. But as far as day trading, I did that to myself, blowing up accounts early on. I think that's important. To make it more actionable, I think one thing that I do every day and everyone can and should do every day is push your comfort zones every day as a part of your lifestyle. So physical training, that's one thing. That's one of the things I definitely do almost every day. Go ahead and lift weights and push yourself to get lift more and more every day. Heavier and heavier, because that is basically you're pushing your comfort zone. You're putting yourself in pain intentionally, and then you increase your pain threshold again. So that's one thing. It doesn't have to be weights. It could be whatever sport that you like to compete in, because competition is hard too. You've got to put yourself in pain. You're going to make yourself vulnerable to get beaten. In whatever sport you're doing, which also hurts. You want to compete, you want to win. So put yourself in those situations every day as a part of your lifestyle. You're pushing your comfort zones, and you get comfortable while being out of your comfort zone. Oddly enough, while you're in your comfort zone, you feel kind of antsy and unusual. You feel like I got to go out there and do something. I got to build something. I got to do something out there in the world. And that's a good attitude, I think. That's served me really well. I do it every day. So physical activity and sports and physical training is one thing. On the other side of that, also meditation and building self-awareness of the subconscious mind. That's incredibly powerful stuff. Once you get into that kind of awareness stuff, which I've only just been doing last few years and seeing the results more and more recently, it's powerful. Candlesticks and the financial market and day trading and money, it all becomes smaller stuff. It's not so big and intimidating anymore. Once you're aware of your own mind and just kind of become aware of bigger things. Anyways, there's many meditation gurus out there. I'm not one of them. I just have a way of doing it myself. But I think these are practices we can all do. I do them every day. And seriously, this is powerful. This is what will help your resilience and your pain threshold and all these kind of worldly things that in our typical lives seem like big things. They really aren't that big. They become small. They become really small. And no big deal. You guys have seen me. I lose $100,000 a day. I come back next day and make double of that. No big deal. And even making double of that is not a big deal. You lose some, you win some. Just because you make $500,000 doesn't mean it's a big deal. It's not. Just let it be. Just come back and do it again the next day. So, when you're doing it like that, that's when, it's truly small. It's not like you get excited when you have a win, but you're resilient when you make a loss. That's not right. You should be kind of detached and indifferent on both sides. And now all you're really doing is executing your strategy and nothing else. Absolutely nothing else matters. So anyways, a bit of a long-winded story there, but yeah, I've got a few experiences in the past and then some stuff that we do regularly that can build it up. So hope that helps.
Yeah, great answer, man. Thanks for sharing. I think that's just,
Yeah.
I think everybody has to find their own way. But it's just nice to hear how someone got there, right? Because you can relate. Everyone can relate on one of those or a couple of those points, right?
Yeah. Everyone's got their own life's challenges and stuff, and that's what helps them grow into who they are and grow stronger. So, yeah, absolutely. Try and figure that out, guys. That's a big one. Again, strategy is the easy part. Everyone wants strategy. That's easy. Options, that's easy. This is the stuff that matters. This is where the results truly come from. So, good question. Thanks, Ali. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, Vinay, is that you? Got a question there? Oh, dropped. Piyush, yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Avi, take a look at Apple at just before 10 a.m. at 196.42 as a continuation. Is that a valid continuation short?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so see that consolidation did a breakout. I wouldn't take the trade here. I don't see a consolidation or breakout from, let's see, looking further back. This is messy. So I wouldn't take the short here. On the 30-minute chart, you're just chasing it. This is a short area. I mean, you had the breakout, you had the retest, and you go. That's early in the day. So up in this area, yeah. Bullish, gets bearish, it closes below, you may take an entry down here someplace with a stop right above, and you're in this. That's the, nice little ORB setup. Good catch, man. Really good. Simple ORB setup up here. And then a reverse ABCD setup as well. So.
Yeah, I was thinking the add-on short at that on the 1 minute, off the 1 minute at that level. Yep. Just to the right.
Yeah, the ads get tricky, and it's tempting to add the first time it goes through a level. I make this mistake all the time. So with adding, what you want to do is try and avoid adding on the next breakout. Try and add on the pullback. So you might see this as a pullback. As soon as it gets bearish again, you're adding somewhere in this area, which is better than adding in this area.
Right.
Still knocked out. But for example, you're seeing this as a pullback, you might see, okay, now it's on the way up. But it starts to print bearish again. You might add again, perhaps down here. With the stop just above it. And
right.
So try and think of adding on pullbacks more than adding on breakouts. That's a really sticky point for a lot of people.
Oh, definitely.
You get better ads, basically. Yeah. Cool. Welcome.
Thanks.
Sure. Damn, SPY, look at that. If you took the out of the money 564 puts down there, with the entry up in this area around $2, you're already $3. Look at that return on investment, 50%, just on this out of the money put contract. If you identified this move, if it's in your trade book, and sure enough, it's struggling where we expected it to struggle. We put that level there. Oh, well, not to be. The bounce here is again a good setup. I like the setup. Previous day's high or this consolidation area. I mean, you can even see it as a breakout and bounce off, but I don't have a level there, so I cannot touch this. Cannot touch the long here. I just cannot touch it here. It has to be closer to the burgundy line. Let's see. So what I'm seeing now really is, again, you had the breakout on the bigger picture we talked about. This consolidation breakout looked like it could have bounced off. But on a smaller picture, you're seeing that consolidation, that reverse wedge, and the breakdown happened. Now I'm interested, perhaps, if it goes back up there, a retest of the breakout that happened. And take that short. That's becoming a possibility in my mind. But it's a wait and see game. Firstly, let it get up there on a 30-minute, then I'll see what it looks like. So these possibilities are opening up again. Slow stuff. It'll be half hour before it gets anywhere. Before it gets there, maybe. So we'll see. Very slow. What do we got here? Raf, you're saying you learned a lesson in tennis. Eventually won more than you lost when you decided that you wanted not to feel the pain of losing. Yeah, there you go. Brilliant, right? Yeah, pain is a great teacher. It's a tough one. We always avoid pain. Us lazy asses in the modern world are so lazy. Shit, man. We can't charge our iPhones. We freak out. What the hell? That's soft. We gotta toughen up again. Society is disintegrated, really. We are such capable creatures as human beings. We can tolerate so much pain. It's unbelievable. It's just the modern world has made us all super soft. And I think that's a problem. And when you're saying Trump conference, running late. Running late, what does that mean? What time is he going to be online or telling us what's going on with England? All right, cannot rely on these things, huh? Just watch your candlesticks. Looking at Shane, look at Amazon on a 2-minute chart. Let's look at it. Amazon, yeah. Breakout retest. 2-minute. Yeah, there you go. Short. Yeah, 30 minutes probably no good. I love these levels, man. Just hit button, toggle them on, toggle them off. I love it. Where's the ad, man? This was magic. Thanks, the ad. And Pierce, that was magic with the Fibonacci stuff, man. I thought that was fantastic. Now we've gone to another level altogether. You guys are so good.
Yeah, no problem. Still have the you have to switch on and off the setting to do that, or
no? I'm able to get in and out of positions, no problem at all. It has no, yeah, so that works. That works beautifully.
Perfect.
Yeah, you guys are amazing. I love this. It makes life so easy. Amazon, yeah, had a consolidation and a breakout, straight up 191. Yeah, right about there. You can see it on a 1 minute. You had an opening range, breakout. You might get stopped, and you get in again, and off you go. Not bad at all. All right, SPY. What do we need to do with this? Gotta make some decisions. Well, not yet. That's the nice thing about levels. You don't have to think about anything until it gets to the level where you are allowed to trade. Until then, you don't have to make a decision. Just relax. Wait till it gets there and then think about it. Look at it. And actually, don't even think about it. Just look at it. It'll tell you. Ooh, it's already 10:20. All right, guys, another 10 minutes or so in here. It'll be 10:30. We'll end this session. And today I got the webinar at noon in Trading Terminal. It's on options today. I swear to God, this is the first and last time I'm doing this webinar. I don't want to do this one. This is the scary one. So anyways, you guys know everything about it. So come on in there, have some fun. I'll show you how to blow up an account in 10 seconds. Every 10 seconds.
You got to put your tie on?
Oh, yeah. No, I got a party shirt with a bow tie, I got a hat, I got glasses. Oh, it's a whole thing, man. It's a whole thing. It's a production.
Did you say 12 noon or 11?
12 noon Eastern.
12 noon in the webinar room?
In Trading Terminal.
In Trading Terminal, yeah.
What's going to be so special?
I'm going to show you how to blow up.
Okay, great.
Really?
Sounds good.
How to use these options. Ooh. So every time I do a webinar, everyone asks, but the option was this and that. I'm like, well, this is not an options webinar. It's about the strategy or whatever else we're talking about. It's not options. Well, today, finally, it's the options. If anyone asks me about strategy, I'll kick them out of the room. I'm like, that's it. Every time we talk about something, I want to talk about something else. So anyways, it's going to be fun. It's going to be different. It's going to be different, but a whole lot of fun. Be there. Yeah. All right, Raf. Come and record that, will you? I'll be shaking another 200K during the webinar. Oh, hell yeah. That's the plan. I love doing these webinars. Every time I get on there, I make a 6-figure trade. So that's the plan in about an hour and a half.
What do you think about Google, Avi? Is it going to the next level?
Let's see. Google. Did I get the levels right? No, what is this? I don't even know what I got.
What do you think?
Yeah, so you got this consolidation area. The breakout to the upside actually looks better than the downside earlier. Now it's been sitting down there. False breakout even. And one there. Listen, inside this range, I wouldn't trade it anyway. Also, I think the levels are just so close together. It's hard to find RVR.
I took it long at the hammer at whatever, 10.6,
yeah,
10.5. Yeah, after that hammer, the small hammer, I took it long.
Okay.
So, but really, I don't trust it.
It's tricky. Watch the opening price once you get there. Actually, even where it is now, this is tricky. You can see the pre-market. This is a troublesome zone. I'd be de-risking it up in this area.
Avi, SPY is moving if you're curious.
Oh, there it is. Thank you.
It's bouncing up, yeah.
Careful with the Google. Yeah.
There's a lot of up and down. What I'm saying is there's a move.
Yeah.
We can do two candles, last two candles.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Cool. Thanks for the call out. Yeah, there's Trump. Finally got out of bed. What are we doing? Going up? We're going down? What do I think of this? Patterns are broken. It's hard to trust anything. Again, I'm only going to allow myself one direction at any one time. Earlier, it was the long. To me, that was obvious. Breakout and retest and go. Smaller picture, the breakout happened. That's pushed back quite aggressively. It broke out. It actually did a retest. It made a move. Nah, I'm not going short on this. No way. But if anything, it's the long. Because even looking bigger, one of my things is when in doubt, zoom out. Big consolidation, breakout, bounce off, go up, and I'll catch it at this next level up here. It may still go short all day. I don't know. But right now, here, with these patterns at this level, I don't see a short that I can trust. So if it's an opportunity, it's up here. Above 565 will be the entry. And let's put those put option, the call options. It's the same one I had earlier. And let's see. Anyways, the candles are big now. The patterns are broken. All that news catalyst stuff. Raf, you need a reminder. Take a nap, Raf. I'll give you a call in an hour.
So during normal webinars, you buy options. So maybe in options webinar, you should buy stocks.
Oh, God. I don't have enough money for that. No. My account has been downsized. I don't have enough to take even, a few thousand shares on something like Tesla. I just can't do it. Let's see. Webinars have been fun lately. Lots of good trades actually during webinars or during live sessions, whatever you call them. Vishnu, you want to know how to double your money? There's that old joke, right? How do you become a millionaire in the aviation business? You start as a billionaire, you go buy an airline, you become a millionaire. That's the end of that. So it's very easy to give your money away. Oh man, I gotta say this has been a really boring week so far from my style of trading. It's already Thursday. It's been very, very slow and less than ideal setups. Not been able to put on the kind of risk that I was able to last week. But that's the nature of the game. Take your small losers, and when the big ones come, take them too.
Trading is turning out to be my airline, aviation business.
Man, I'm blowing it all up this week. I'm done. I'll go to vacation and lose whatever's left. What a slow week. Seriously, you guys, all these other tickers, PLTR, Tesla, all of them are doing great. Easy patterns most of the time. Just SPY just doesn't want to do anything. No reminder, Raf. Blow up accounts, yeah. The truth about options, that the reason most people within BBT and YouTube and Trading Journal that ask me for options is because it's somehow they got a belief that with a small account, that's the only way to make money is to go and buy a lot of options because it's a lot of leverage, so you can make a lot of money. You can take a big position size without much cash, and that's true. But nobody seems to acknowledge that leverage works both ways. Now, that's the problem. Everyone coming into the webinar today pretty much has a small account, either because that's how they've started or they've blown up an account. Now there's very little left. That's the real problem. That's why I don't like to do this webinar. And I figured if people are the other side, which is people who've been consistent for years on and getting good, consistent, profitable results for, let's say, 2 years or something, and they're going into options, well, these are not guys who will wait for me to put on an options webinar. These guys have enough initiative to go and figure it out and then maybe join an options webinar later or whenever it happens. They're not jumping into it. These guys have had 5 years of blowing up accounts, going through a learning curve, and now got 2 years of consistency under the belt. You can tell who's who. It's very different. It's all these others who come with the small accounts and say, "Oh, all I can do is options because that's how I can make $1,000 a day." You can also blow up your $5,000 account in half a trade. I'll show you how to do that today, and then don't call me again. Just go away.
Maybe you should run a poll during how many people blown up the account.
That's a good idea. Maybe I will. I'll do 1 or 2 polls before we start. That's a good idea. Shit, thank you. When you come in there, remind me if I forget. I might have to find a way to do it properly. How many idiots in the room? I worded something like that. Or yeah. Gosh, now, this is the danger of these options, really. Everyone who comes to me for options, this is their situation. I tell them, you're not ready for it. If you were ready for it, you'd have enough initiative to go and figure it out by now. You wouldn't be coming to me. Really, that's how you should be at that level of trading and mindset and just determination, really. That's what it takes for you to find consistency. If you're not determined enough to go on YouTube and search out Megan's videos on options, which are 5-minute videos, you don't have enough initiative to manage risk in a trade. No way. No way. So mindset, man. Mindset's everything. Oh, here's something interesting. Look at the 30-minute chart here on SPY. So let's say you considered this the consolidation for a breakdown, and then you think, okay, it's coming back up and retesting and breaking down. Well, it's coming back up. This candle, if it closes with this kind of shape, this is a bullish candle. There's no way I'm shorting this one. I'm not going short at the beginning of the next candle. No way. It may go short. I don't know. But there's no way. This whole short idea, if you had it, is invalid. Look at this thing. It's just a big hammer. Look at this. It's just going up. No way I'll put risk on this. Not a chance. I'll risk stuff to the upside. No problem at all. Even up here later today, if it wants to go, I'll let it run. But I'm not going short down here. No way. Yeah, Shane, there you go. Room to the left, huge bullish candle. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, good call. I didn't see that. Yeah, the big continuation pattern, right? It goes one direction, consolidates, and during the consolidation, the ABCD, you get that long tail hammer, right? Ideally, it closes where it opened. It closed right there. Okay, so the long tail hammer, the entry is the new high on a 30-minute chart. That's the entry right up there, just above the. It's almost precisely at the lowest, right? So the entry is right here on a 30-minute picture. That's the entry up there. That's the stop down there below the hammer, which is way too wide, but wait for an entry on a 1 minute, get a tighter stop. So there you go. There's the long. If it happens, I'll take it, but we'll see. And now things got jumpy a little. Trump come online again. Dan, the webinar is at noon in the trading terminal webinar room, not in BBT. I don't want this one recorded, but it will be. Because people can see it later and, oh yeah, this is how you use options, and they'll ignore all the warnings of leverage. All right, anyways, guys, 10:30, so let's end this one. Be back in about an hour and a half, a little before that, in the webinar room of Trading Terminal, and we'll have some fun there. Hope you all had some good ones with Tesla, PLTR, and all this fun stuff. Keep it green, guys, and I will talk to you all soon.
All right, catch you later.
Thanks, Eddie. Thank you.
Okay. Have a good one. We'll see you there.
Thank you.
See ya.